Hey, what's going on? Joe Coffey here for PremierGuitar.com. I'm with Jeff Diamond of Diamond Amplification. We're at the factory here in Houston checking out some heads, and we want you to hear something now. This is the Spitfire. Do you call it the Spitfire 1 or just the one-channel version?
The actual name is just the Spitfire, then it became the Spitfire 2, but sometimes in the shop we call them Spitfire 1 or the Spitfire 2, but technically it's just the Spitfire. And this is a newer product for us in terms of actual release to the market. It's one we've been playing with for a while. We just really didn't have the formula kind of right where I wanted it, and now we do. This is the first one-channel head for us, and we wanted to make something different. We wanted a vintage style head. We wanted a one-channel head like so many people are used to, but it needed sort of the modern accoutrements. It needed the features that you get in a modern amp. So this amp actually has a true effects loop with the effects return like we normally use, so it allows you to adjust your levels there. It incorporates our low focus. It incorporates a half power switch so we can run pentode or triode on it. And one of the things we did differently on this is instead of just giving you a straight one channel, we gave you what's our traditional dual volume and gain design. So we've got a volume and gain A control here, as well as a volume and gain B control here, which allows you to create two completely different tones out of this amp. The other thing that we added is a tone lift function, which gives you yet a third place to go, gives you a lead to go on top of that clean and on top of that rhythm. So I thought we'd give you a sample of sort of all three tones that you can get out of this amp without even varying the tone controls. So the first thing I'm going to do is we're going to have Brian play a clean passage for us on volume and gain A. You can see that I have all the tone controls pretty well about 5, and we're just going to leave them there and demonstrate the versatility of this amp without doing anything other than changing the volume and gain. So here's a clean passage for you. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to flip one switch, which is also available, of course, to do on the foot switch, but we're going to go right here from channel 2A over to channel 2B. All we've done is we brought up the gain and the volume a little bit to give ourselves a nice, dirty, heavy rhythm sound. So here we go with the rhythm.
All right, so nice and crunchy, but still very controlled.
Absolutely, and we still have plenty of headroom on top of that to add some additional crunch in. I mean, that's just the gain on about 6 or so. So there's plenty of room to go from there, even if we wanted to make it a little bit heavier. But like I mentioned, we also added the tone lift feature to give people somewhere else to go for their leads. So we're just going to kick over that switch, which is, of course, controllable by the foot switch, and you can see what happens when we have a nice lead sound. So here's the lift.
A lot more punch, not really over the top though, just enough to lift and to stand above.
Just enough to give you that extra kick that you need for the leads. So that way you can see what we did. We have one setting, one tone control, and we gave 3 completely different tones to allow you maximum versatility live. Cool. Vintage styling with all the accoutrements of a modern amp.
All right. Thanks, Jeff.
You're welcome.
There you have it, the Diamond Spitfire. I'm Joe Coffey, and you're watching PremierGuitar.com.